Hey, there's everybody. Hi. We're live from LA, Los Angeles, California, the left coast of the United States. How is everybody doing? I hope you can hear me. This is Dan from Dan and Minnie's Journey. Minnie is sleeping, I think, right now. So here I am. You're stuck with me as usual. I hope we're good on the sound. I'm going to go over to comments and wait for you to chime in. Let me hit my finger here on the button right here. Okay, who's here today? We got Nicole, Anna Mae, Jalen, Valarisas. How are you guys? 5 million people in the house. Who else is here? I know a lot of you shared it out. Nicole and Mel and Diana Cañas has been hanging in. Melanie shared it out on Facebook as well as Dez and others. Anime, thanks so much for taking care of some business for me today. I really appreciate it. Yeah, because the scheduling thing is still an issue. I can't figure it out. I even used Wi-Fi and shut off my roaming program, and things still didn't work out. So anyway, it's like I said, it's 3 a.m. right now here on the left coast of California in the Los Angeles area, right across the street from the Jollibee headquarters. Yay! Jolly, 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 jolly. And by the way, just want to let you know we're going to have a video on the Jollibee because we ran into Jollibee Jr., but you're going to have to wait to see the short video to find out what that's all about. So, what's going on today? Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about the trip, but I'm also going to talk a little bit about the trip and some other things. But we're going to draw. We're going to draw for three 250 peso winners today. So I hope that you'll let your friends know, even though I didn't properly schedule the live, that we're on at the usual time, Friday at 6 p.m. And as long as you're here, I'll be here. Of course, like I said, it's 3 a.m. here, but it's no big deal because I'm still suffering from quite a bit of jet lag. We don't know whether we're coming or going. And I got to tell you, I have this feeling that by the time we figure it all out, it's going to be time for us to return to the Philippines. So that's the way it is when you travel. It's just simply the way it is. You have to mentally prepare yourself for these things that are going to be going on that you're going to have to face. So that's what we've done. We geared up, we geared up. We embrace change. The other thing I want to say is there won't be any stuffing of the pig. And that was because the pig was offloaded in Cebu. The pig is probably lechon baboy by now. That's sad. But no, the pig didn't want to make the trip. I had the pig's bags all packed and ready to go. At the very last minute, he just sort of like looked up at me with those those piggy eyes and just said, "I ain't going." I said, "Okay, well, you stay here and you guard the house while we're over there." So that's what happened to Piggy. What are you gonna do, right? I hardly brought anything, and Man Minnie and I brought the minimal amount of clothing and things with us because it was a short trip. It's only going to be like 11 or 12 days. It's not even going to be a full 2 weeks, and then we're headed back. So what we did was we flew in from Cebu to Taipei on Starlux Airlines. Now, if you don't know what the story is about Starlux, it's a very interesting story. That would be the son of the founder of Eva Airlines, the Green Planes. They're both passenger and cargo carriers. And so the son, I don't know what happened, but the son started his own airline somewhere around 2018. And it's not a low budget airline. He doesn't market it as that. But the tickets were reasonably priced for last minute travel. That's the thing, was pretty amazing. But October is usually a low travel month and a lot of the planes, they're flying 3/4 full. And that was the case from the beginning of our journey all the way into LAX. The planes were only about 3/4 of the way full. So on the first part of the journey from Cebu to Taipei, we were on an Airbus A321, and then from Taipei to LAX, we're on the Airbus 350, you know, the big plane that has the 3 seats, 3 seats, 3 seat configuration. Well, we paid a little extra money to be in the middle row. I wanted to get by the exits, except for the fact that they've doubled the price on the premium seats for those exit row seats. And so I was not surprised to see that all the exit rows were empty except for one, the one across from us. They had two people sitting in the three seat configuration. So they had a very, very comfortable ride, you know, but I couldn't see myself paying double money. The last time I did this, you know, which was a year ago in November, last trip to LA, I paid $100 per seat for those one-way special seats, you know, and this time they want to double that money. Who's here? Oh, Mariah's here. Okay, you look a little cold. I think you need a jacket. I'm going to add you as a standard moderator so you don't look out of place. So anyway, that's what's going on. So that is from, by the way, that's a 3-hour flight from Cebu to Taipei and an 11 and a half or 12-hour flight from Taipei to LAX. And boy, are my arms tired from flying. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. It was pretty seamless, and we didn't have a long layover. The layover was actually it was scheduled to be an hour and 40 minutes, but the plane got in late from Cebu. I'm not sure if we had a problem getting a takeoff slot or not, but we were delayed for about 15 or 20 minutes. So that means we only had about an hour and 15 minutes to transfer in Taipei to get over to the gate, you know, to get on the Airbus 350 for LA. That airport is exactly the way that I remember it the last time that I was through there, which was about 10 years ago. And it's kind of like a maze. You know, you get off of one international terminal gate, and then you're traveling through the airport trying to figure out where to go. There was only one person standing there at transfer pointing, go that way, and then nobody else. And so I remember this happened to me last time. And so we had to circumvent these hallways to get to the gate that we need to get to. And the thing about Taipei that I appreciate, but I had forgotten about, was that you have to go through a security check before you board the second leg of that international flight. So even though in some airports, if you land in the international terminal, all you do is you go to the next gate, they transfer all your stuff, you go to the next gate and you board. You know, once you find it, you board for your final leg of the journey. But in Taipei, I remember that they set up a transfer desk, and you have to go through a camel chute through the transfer desk, and then once you get through security again, then you could go to your gate. That whole process took about an hour and 10 minutes from where we landed to where we boarded again. And so I could complain, I suppose, about that. I could complain about, you know, all kinds of things. But I think that the bottom line is if you enjoy flying Ava or Starlux, they're stationed in Taipei. And so you just basically, you have to figure out how the airports work if you want to fly that airline. And so now that I remembered all that part about how you have to go through, you know, through the hallways, and then how you have to go find the transfer desk, the transfer desk, and then go through security again. Listen, we've already discovered it. And so now we know it. And so the next time that we go through there, we'll have it down. But as far as comparing airports and things like that, there's no comparison, I think, between Taipei and Cebu. Cebu wins hands down as far as how beautiful their terminal is and how well organized it is. So I mean, it is what it is, and that's not saying anything negative about Taipei at all. It's just the way that it is. For probably they do it because of security reasons, and I wasn't able to get any kind of view. Well, brief one. I think I said in the video that I got a brief view where I had to look far down to a second quarter, and I saw that there were some shops that were over there on the other side that I didn't have access to. But I think that if you were coming in from a domestic terminal going to an international terminal in Taipei, then you would be able to see, as you were transferring or transiting the that airport, you'd be able to see what the shops and everything looked like. I wasn't able to. I saw them off in the distance, and the whole thing didn't seem impressive. But I don't want to say that it wasn't, because I didn't get a good look, and so it's simply the way that it is. Sir Mike is here. Mariah's here with a jacket. Melanie Calapayan in the house. Viana Cañas, Annie MC, how you be? Lorraine Pajaros is here, anime hanging in there with us. Jalen Valarices. I'll just have to practice that name. I'll put it in Google and see how they pronounce it. Thanks so much for your support, folks. Before we talk about the contest and the journey and all that other stuff, just got to say, we're hitting that very important period of time that if I want to follow through, we want to follow through with giving money away for Christmas. I'm talking about 6 people getting 1,000 pesos each. 6 people where we give away 1,000 pesos each before Christmas time. If we want to get that done, you have to go in there and you have to boost the views that have the videos that have ads on them. Des is doing it, I know. Shane is here. Shane's doing it, so that we can get the revenue in the bank that week, that first week of December. It's a must be if you guys want to have a contest, giveaway that 2 weeks where I want to give away the YouTube money. But we have to have it in the bank. And right now, we're only halfway there. It was doing great, great, great. And then all of a sudden it fell off. And it could be because I'm not putting up as much stuff, and so you guys are losing interest. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to be interested in me. Just go in there and watch the videos that have ads so you can boost that revenue, so that by that first week in December, we could already set up that giveaway so we could give away that 6,000 pesos. That's all I want to do. I'm a humble man, and I just want to give that money away so you have some money for Christmas. And then meanwhile, about the stuffing of the pig. So I imagine that we will have to catch up on the stuffing of the pig once we get back to Bye Bye City. So that'll be 2 live streams worth of money that's going to go inside the pig. And I did promise I was going to step up my game as we got closer to Christmas. And how the stuffing of the pig is going to work is simply that you will guess and submit through my email, and I'll give you all that information as we get closer to doing that, at how much you think is in the pig. And that way, if we do it that way, where it comes to my email, I'm going to be able to track the dates and times the emails came in, and then be able to prove to you that this person here was the one that got the closest to guessing how much money was inside the pig. So I don't want to have any misunderstandings, or I don't want to mess up this contest. Right? But every week up until then, we're still going to, as long as I have a live stream, I don't know how next week is going to go. I don't know how next Friday is going to go, because I almost missed out on this one, because Friday comes before it does. No, it comes after it does. I don't know. I got confused. I kept having to look at my phone. When is Friday at 6 p.m. in the Philippines? Anyway, It's too complicated for a retiree's brain. 60 million people in the house. I wish you'd get your friends here. We should have at least 40. We're giving away 750 pesos total today. We're going to be doing it soon. So get your friends here. Lorraine, are all your friends here? Manny is in the house. Manny, how are you? I haven't seen you in a couple of live streams. Des, Jason can't be far behind. Denz Verga is here. I know there are a couple of you doing giveaways. Aren't you doing them right now, as a matter of fact, or sometime later on tonight? Chow Ram is here. John Ray is in the house. Crystal's Adventure with 12 children and the one-legged chicken named Hop. That's hecka funny. Girly Senna's here. Shane, beautiful Shane is here. All right, so now 13 million people. You guys are bouncing in and out of live streams. There must be stuff going on where people are giving away money. We need Christmas money. That means you have to spend all your time in some of these live streams to get up your money, right? Some people are giving away a ton of cash. All right, let me talk briefly about the plane ride. So, as far as I can recall, because I'm still suffering from severe jet lag, it's not that bad, but it's severe enough, you know. Um, the first leg of it was fine. We hit some turbulence. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that we didn't, but it was not the type of turbulence that Minnie and I hit when we were coming into Bangkok. By the way, while I'm talking here, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. The cards did get on the plane, although they did ask me what these cards were for, and I just simply said, I'm teaching my kid how to count. They looked at me with a puzzled look as I was going through security. That's pretty funny. But anyway, what are you going to do? They will search your bag if they see something odd in there. They'll get curious and make a comment about it. So anyway, that first leg, that was 3 hours, and we had bought the comfortable seats for that ride. And here's the thing about Starlux, right? The differences between Starlux and Cebu Pacific. And that is that you don't get that. People think that Cebu, you're going to get the biggest discount. Yes, they have sales, and you have to catch those sales at the right time. They'll have sales where you can get from Cebu all the way to Bangkok for $50 American one way. That's a fantastic deal because that trip usually costs something like 250 American dollars. What is that? 12,500 pesos or something like that, just off the top of my head. Oh, by the way, I know I'm scatterbrained, but the peso is weakening against the dollar right now again. And so that must mean that the dollar supply right now is very, very strong coming into Christmas. So I don't know what's going on with that whole thing. But anyway, it's not an economy show, but I mean, I think the peso is approaching 58 to $1 again, or $1. Yeah, $1 is going to get you 58 pesos or 57 and change. And so I was surprised because I hadn't been keeping track. But so anyway, you probably have a lot of American expats out there, or those that are getting dollar money into their account that are very happy about that. But I think it stresses the Philippines a little bit, and they'll probably do something to adjust that rate somewhere coming into Christmas time. So pretty soon, I would imagine that there's going to be some kind of intervention by the Central Bank of the Philippines, where they'll come in there and they'll say, oh, we got to get control of this. We got Christmas time coming, and Christmas is a huge, huge period of economic growth for the Philippines. That's when the rubber hits the road, as most of you know. That's when the overseas workers, they start coming home and spending a month or two with their families before they return back to fulfill the rest of their contractual obligation. And when they come here, they spend money. Boy, do they spend money. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's see. Call me Dan 701. Oh man, wait. Let me find out what this is all about. Let me at least write the number down. 88021. Now everybody's going to call you is what's going to happen. Mariah, you should have just sent me a private chat message through Facebook chat or Messenger. Daniel Herrera. Someone will send you the link. Anime will probably send you the link. 20 million people in the house. All right. So, message retracted. That was fast. That was fast, but not before I had a chance to write it down. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and share Dan and Minnie's journey. Let's go. All right, so we're going to be drawing pretty soon. So that first leg of the journey was very comfortable, but I was going to tell you about these distinct differences that kind of bug me between Cebu and Starlux. And it's the reason probably that I'll be flying Starlux or some other airline, from now on, even though initially the Cebu deal looks good. But there's Cebu has become such a discount carrier, which I could appreciate. But, on Starlux, they're going to give you they're going to give you the free meal. They're going to cater to you. They're going to bring you wine or beer, whatever you want, for the price of that ticket. And now you have to decide whether that's worth it for you. And I think that what ends up happening is you get to a certain point in life where you want hassle-free living. You want to be happy, you're retired. There's certain things that you don't want to have to deal with, like, oh, I have to pay extra for baggage and I've got to do this, got to do that. If I want a meal, I have to pay extra for that. You have to pay extra for everything on Cebu Pacific, but on Starlux, you're going to pay this fee and it includes all the stuff. Two check luggages, two carry-ons, you get the meal, you can have wine or beer, whatever you want with your meal, and that puts a smile on my face. And so I think that there's a place for the discount airline Cebu Pacific, as there is in Southern California, Southwest Airlines. They're doing a fantastic job, right? But after a while, you get a little bit testy with having to get hit with all these fees for everything. Just package it up for me. Tell me how much it is, and I'm going to pay that, or I'm not. And I'm gonna. You get what you pay for. Is what I'm saying. And so I'm not. I like the deal. I like the cheapest plane ticket, just like everybody else. But then I started thinking about it. Then after a while, you just get tired of having to pay all these extra fees when you could book with, AirAsia or, Starlux or EVA, even on these short flights where they go Cebu to Taipei and they'll give you full service. I mean, I like it. I like full service, don't you? And so I think I'm going to be hanging. I think I'm going to be hanging with them for a while, because I really like them. The level of service is a notch above. They're about an 8.9 or 9 on a 10 scale of delivery of services. Okay, and then let's talk about this flight a little bit, going from Taipei to LAX. We had some turbulence. We had turbulence about 3 or 4 times coming over the ocean, coming over the water, flying into LAX. Now, they don't hug the land, like coming over the Aleutian Islands and things like that, or Hawaii or Alaska, and coming down the coast, like I think Philippine Airlines does. So Philippine Airlines, they'll come over the top of wherever there's an airport, they'll fly over the top of it, and they'll hug the coastline all the way from Manila into San Francisco or Los Angeles. Starlux kind of they go north of the Hawaiian Islands, but they kind of go, they go into where it's not no man's land, but I mean, they're not hugging the coast, is what I want to say. And so I don't know if that helps speed up the journey or not, but I do know that I do know that it's a bumpy ride. We hit some turbulence 4 or 5 times coming over the Sea of Japan, and or the leaving Taipei. About 3 or 4 hours into the trip, we hit some pretty severe turbulence coming over the ocean, and this happened in about 2 or 3 spots. And then once we crossed the ocean and we started coming down uh, into Los Angeles, then it was calm. And so I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but turbulence isn't such a big deal to worry about when you're on a big jet like an Airbus 350. So you're going to feel it, but you're not going to feel it like you do if you're flying an A320. A320, it's just like driving a trike in the Philippines. You're going to feel every single pothole. It's unavoidable. So if you're flying, and especially if you're going over mountains, right? You're going to hit that turbulence, and that occasional clear turbulence that you can't see on radar. And so I looked out the window and saying, what is actually going on here? And it was very, very cloudy. He was flying that Airbus 350 at about 41,500 feet, which is probably pretty close to the max altitude. So, I mean, he had us up there, and the pilot, or she had us up there. I think it was a she that was flying us. But anyway, if we were way up there, that means that they got radio notification from other pilots in the area that were saying there's nothing below 41,000 feet that's going to help. And so that means that we had to deal with it. We had to take it. So, but in an Airbus, you're gonna in a 321, you're gonna feel this. It's gonna be like this, with the occasional, where you might need a barf bag. On the 350, you might drop a whole bunch of feet, but you're not going to know how many feet you dropped on an Airbus 350. You'll feel the little butterflies in your stomach happening, but you won't really be able to guess how many feet that you fell in that second, because this thing is pretty stable. The wings will move, but it's a very subtle, gentle movement. So anyway, but I don't know why I just want, when I said I want hassle-free flying, I really mean that I don't want to have to worry about all this stuff, and I want a nice smooth ride absent of turbulence. But which I've had plenty of, crossing that same area into Los Angeles or San Francisco. Now, but I started thinking, and I'm just throwing a thought out there. Really, you don't have to respond or answer unless you want to chime in with a comment about this. But does this have anything to do with climate change? And I notice also is that, I mean, they're telling everybody all over the world, make sure that seat belt is fastened, or, so to avoid getting hurt in the case where we hit a severe pocket of turbulence unexpectedly, and then you end up going flying. And I'd just like to say this happened. This happened to a couple passengers coming into Bangkok this last time. I think I shared it with you, and they had the ice bags out. And it scared me a little bit, because it scared me a lot, quite frankly. I cannot tell a lie. Yes, I know a lot of you view me as a man's man, but I get a little bit nervous. I certainly don't want to test fate. I could tell you that. Somebody asked me to go hang gliding with them. Nope. Someone said, let's go do some windsurfing. Nope. Dan, those flying suits? Let's go up to the top of Mount Ball. Nope. Dan doesn't do it. Dan won't even hike up a very high mountain. No. I won't even hike up a hill. All right. So who else is here? Presti Santos is in the house, I saw. Mini snow is here. Let's see. The weather is controlled by the government. It was on Fox News. Yeah, and that's very believable. Mark is here. Hi, Mark. Crystal's other half. Rona Ceases in the house. Percy Santos. Hey, Letty Me is here. Madeline Rest. Hey, folks, how could all of you be here yet I only have 24 million people in here? I gotta have more than that, right? I gotta have more than that. Hazel's here. Uh, Ramel is here. I'm sorry if I missed you. Manny is here. Lorraine Pajada is hanging in there. Cebuana in Florida is here. Hello, hello, Cebuana in Florida. And Jason. I knew Jason would be here. Mariah hanging in there with us here. So anyway, letting me, how you be? Manga's here. Hey, so anyway, yeah, I try not to tempt fate. And so the bigger the plane, the better as far as I'm concerned, if you know what I mean, right? So, hi, Jason. Take care with your Asawa Des. Always, Jason's Jason and Des are beautiful people. I got to tell you, beautiful people. All right, so I think we're overdue to have a party at the house and invite everybody over. I don't know when that's going to happen. I hope it happens. I hope it happens sometime before Christmas. Hey, by the way, I know I mentioned this in some live stream. I hate to be redundant and talk about it again, but uh, we did install. We're experimenting with a solar battery operated surveillance camera. What do they call it? Security camera, and it works on your phone. So you could check in. You'll get alerts on your phone. It'll say motion detected in this position, and then you go and you check it out, right? So to make sure there aren't any burglars trying to bust in your house. But anyway, it doesn't matter. There's nothing important in there, not really, except our loved ones. They're important. I mean, there isn't anything valuable in there that people would want unless they were going to, you know, take all the furniture in the house or something. I don't know. I wouldn't know. But anyway, it's just so that we can have a record of, in case an event does occur, no matter if it's that kind of an event or something else. And so now I could push a button on my phone, and Minnie and her brother-in-law, whoever we want to give access to, it's easy to give access, and then they could view the camera, change the angle of it. It even has voice recording, and also I could speak to somebody. Hey, what are you doing there, through the microphone? Get off my lawn. I could do that if I want to. You cranky old man. Who is that? It's God. Get off my lawn. So it is pretty neat, right? So what's the plan anyway? So okay, I told you the story about the plane, but we still have. Oh, by the way, so I told you guys that I'm not a fan of driving, but I'm also not a fan of, like I said, testing fate. And so, there have been some incidents on public transportation here in the LA area in the past couple of weeks. And so I had asked my dear mother if I could borrow her sports car so that Minnie and I can go ahead and use it to get around town while we're here. And my mom was gracious enough to loan us the car. And so we've been tooling around and enjoying, seeing different things and having a little bit more flexibility. And then tomorrow, it's very, very exciting. We're going to a very, very well known Filipino restaurant. No, not Jollibee. You saw me do the live at Jollibee headquarters. It's right across the street from here, from where we're staying. But I think it's on, what's the name of that? What's the name of the street? Barranca, something like that. West Covina. Anyway, we're going to be going to a famous Filipino restaurant located not too far from here to show you, to demonstrate that we have a very, very large Filipino population here, as well as you do in a lot of other major cities all over the world. And so, we're going to go in there. I read the reviews on this restaurant, and we're going to do a video on it, and hopefully we'll get breakfast service. So I'm kind of getting, here they have breakfast, right? That comes with this room. But it's donuts and bagels and cream cheese and cereal and oatmeal and all the coffee you can drink, which is what got my attention. So I appreciate it because I'm going to go for the coffee and sometimes the waffle, right? I'll have a waffle. Mammy just figured out how to work the machine. Anyway, but tomorrow we're going to grab the coffee, and then once we're done, maybe we might get a snack or two, stuff our pockets with free food, and then we'll head out to the Filipino restaurant for breakfast. I mean, I'll have longanisa, or I'll have something. I'll have tapa. I'll have something, and we'll do a review on this restaurant that is out here in the suburbs, not too far at all from where we're staying. I thought it would be fun. So we showed you the one in Bangkok, and I got a lot of responses from that. People were surprised. Yes, you have a pocket of Filipino workers right there in Bangkok, and they got to have a place to eat. And that place was Lola's. Everybody knows Lola's on Sukhumvit Road, way out there in Sukhumvit Road. And now I'm going to show you this one that's at not too far from here, that I know a lot of friends come to enjoy it when they're in town. Now, here's the whole thing, right? The Jollibee thing. They have Jollibee Junior standing in front of this Jollibee in West Covina. So we had to go over there and we had to play with Jollibee Junior. Wait till you see the short video on that. I don't think I'm going to post it tomorrow because I posted the In-N-Out Burger one today and it got 500 views or so, which I'm grateful for. But I'd like to see it get another 100 views, before we move on and post Jollibee Junior, which is going to be the title of this one. So anyway, I just wanted to warn you that that was coming. I'm shuffling here because we're about 40 minutes into the live, and it probably would be a good idea to give the first 250 pesos in Gcash away. So now here's the thing. Here is the thing. I got the cards here, and how this contest works is it's a random contest where you guess a number between 1 and 25. After I put start in the comment section, you start guessing what number I pulled out of this deck of cards. And so these are numbered. Let me grab one from the middle. These are numbered from 1 to 25. This just happens to be 4. It even has the written word 4 on it. And so I don't look at the card. I just shuffle them, pull them out of the middle of the deck, set that number on the desk in front of me. That's how this is going to work. I'll put start in the comment section, and you guess what number between 1 and 25 I pulled out. And if you're the first one to guess it, you win the pesos 250 in Gcash. But here's the thing. Once you win, that's it. You're done for the night. You have to give somebody else a chance to win. It's only fair because I'm a socialist. No, I'm not. No, I just want to spread the wealth. It's Christmas time. Each one of you I know can use an extra pesos 250. Which one among us could not use it? Of course I could use it. I could use it to give away. You could use it for snacks. I don't know what you're going to use it for. It's none of my business. Maybe you need to load your phone. Maybe you need transportation for your kid to school. I'm not sure, but it's none of my business. Once this money leaves my hand, once I give it away, I don't think about what you're going to do with it, nor do I dictate what, you should be doing this with the money. No, I don't do that. I don't think about it ever again once I give it away. But you have to play fair. You only get one guess, and no ninjas are allowed. And so you only get one guess. And so if you're the one that is the first one to guess the number on the card that I pulled out of this deck that I got from DIY, always low prices, then you win. It's as simple as that. And then I'll put stop in there, and that means the time for guessing is over. And we do that 3 times, and 3 separate people will win, but no ninjas. And then, so once you're a winner, you can root on your friends. I don't want you to leave the live stream. I need you here to root on another winner, right? But we also will eliminate that person and that number from the next guess. And I don't know if it increases your chances of winning or not. I really don't. But it should, in theory, but it probably doesn't. I'm not a mathematician. I barely got out of school at all, getting through that algebra, basic algebra class. I had to have tutors. Turned out enjoying it. 30 million people in the house. All right, so I've shuffled this enough. I've shuffled this thing. I hope I don't pull the number 4 on the first go around, right? But I'm going to go ahead and pull a number out of the middle of the deck and set it in front of me. Folks, like I said, I don't pay any attention to the number. I just set it in front of me. And then I'm looking at you. See, I'm looking at you. And so we're getting ready to guess. Now, you know the rules. And also, one last thing, I'm an old man, I'm a senile old man. I'm a cranky old man at the very least. You help me out by sending me your Gcash number so that I know where to send your winnings. I don't want to chase you down, but I have been lately. I have been spending time trying to track people down. Listen, I'm not going to do it anymore. If you win and then you don't send me where to send your money through my chat, my messenger, Facebook, Daniel Herrera, Herrera, or you request a link to it from one of my friends, I'm just going to forget about you. And you can complain the next time around, Dan didn't send my money. Well, you didn't send me your link. You didn't send me your Gcash account number. I could only do so much. I'm giving away the money. How much work would you like for me to have to do? Because I just told you I was hassle-free, Dan. Minnie is sound asleep. I'll tell you, this time the jet lag has been a little bit brutal. All right, but we're doing okay with it. All right, so it is what it is. We're ready to go. That's from 1 to 25. The number has already been pulled out of the center of the deck, and it's sitting in front of me near my left or right hand. My right hand, you're probably seeing on the left-hand side. My right hand, it's sitting over here within arm's reach. I'm about ready to put start in the comments so that you can start guessing. Only one guess per person, and you can start as soon as you see the start show up in the chat. Whoa, apparently it has shown up. And it should go by fast because there's only 30 million people of you in the chat right now. And I think last week we had something like probably 40, right? Because, and I think this has to do with, the notice, the notification, and all that other stuff. All right, so we're done guessing. Let's see what the number is. I'm just going to flip it over right now and show you. Whoa! Whoop! It's 24. 2-4. Now you guys also, you're going to tell me if somebody won. I'm lazy. I'm not lazy Larry, I'm lazy Dan. So you go through the chat and you tell me if we have a winner. Did somebody choose number 24? Oh, by the way, Rosie looks a little bit chilly, so let me give her moderator. Let me give her a wrench. Rosie 78 channel is here. And you now have a jacket. I don't know if I missed anybody else. Manny won. Well, I think Manny has won some Gcash from me before, but it's been a very, very long time. Right, Manny? Manny, Oh, Viking is here too. Hey, Manny, find my my chat messenger. Ask one of your friends how you send me a message that gives me your Gcash account, so I don't have to go looking for you. Congratulations. Congratulations. You just won 250 pesos in Gcash. Goes to Manny. Now, Manny, so now you're out of it, and so is the number 24. So, Manny Orengo has won pesos 250 with the guest number 24. And now that and Manny are out of play, out of service. And so now our next guest won't include number 24. And so, quite frankly, if you end up guessing 24, people will just laugh at you because you won't win because that card is no longer in the deck. We're not playing with a full deck. Hmm. Hmm. What did Mike Married have to say about trivia about Calvary? Did you know that the unions for picking fruit and vegetables was founded by Filipino Mexican people? Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure if we have many Filipinos in the fields right now. I don't know who's picking the fruits now and the lettuce. But um, we have a program that lets people come in the country. They have to be vetted, and they work seasonally in agriculture. We've had this program, as Mike has been pointing out, for a very long time. And so we're very welcoming here in the state of California, especially when it comes to labor. If you want to come in and labor and work in the fields and you're good at it, we welcome you. So, but you're absolutely right about that. Yet Arena's here. Den's log. All right. I think we're ready to go again. And so Manny is a winner. And so, Manny, congratulations. We're going to go for the second win. All right. So I'm going to pull the number out. I'm going to shuffle them again, I think. I'm going to shuffle them again. I know that they're not in chronological order. I know that they're, when I bought these, I shuffled them and I still shuffle them every time. I just think about it. I just pick the cards up and I start shuffling them. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pull one card out of the deck, and I'm putting it out of the center of the deck. I'm setting it aside to my right, and I'm not looking at what it is. It's over there. And now we're getting ready to guess for the second peso 250 winner. Remember, no ninjas, and you only get one guess. If you take more than one guess, somebody's going to send me a message and they're going to let me know. So don't do it. Don't do it, right? Okay, you can start guessing once you see, but don't guess 24. It's out of play. Once you see start appear in the comment section, you may start guessing. All right, and now that's plenty for 31 million people. That's plenty of time. And stop. All right, let's see what the number is. Let's see what the number is. It is lucky number 2. 2 is the number. Do we have a winner? Did someone select lucky number 2? What, Nicole? Which Nicole is this? Is this Nicole instead Nicole? Or is this big winner Nicole from last year? Congratulations. Anna G is here. Anna G, how you be? Nicole, pesos 250 winner. Selecting number 2, which was a great strategic move. Nicole, same thing. Make sure that I have your Gcash number. You're so welcome. Congratulations. Congratulations are pouring in for the big winner. Yeah. Folks, I want to share, before we do this last one, right? Hang in there with me while I share an interesting story about something that happened. So, Nicole, go ahead and send me you can do it right now. Send it to me in the chat, your Gcash number. Which Nicole are you, anyway? Hey, I'm going to share a story with you. All right. It won't take too long, but I hope I'm sensitive about it. I might cry. I want to tell you this story. Um, when Minnie and I were cleaning everything up and we were moving to the Philippines, something happened. Something happened, and I want to share it with you. This is 2.5 years ago or so when we were packing everything up. I ran into an old shoe box that had been hanging around that I should have known what was in there, but I had forgotten. And then everywhere we went, I'd be carrying the shoebox around. I don't know why. And I decided, so now we're deciding what we're going to throw away and what we're going to keep and what we're going to sell, and in preparation for moving to Bye City Leyte in the Philippines. Inside this shoebox were several photographs that were of friends and teachers and things from a period of middle school, which would be grades 7 and 8, that I had taken when I was 13 or 14 years old. So I pulled those pictures out of the shoebox. There was other stuff in there, but these caught my attention, and they were people that I admired, both students students I went to school with, and also teachers. And so I couldn't bear throwing these away because they're history. That's like a time capsule. There were about 8 or 10 photographs in there. So I decided that I would try and track down the people who I took the pictures of when I was 13 or 14 years old and give them, and mail them to them. But I'm shy. I didn't want them, I wanted to do it anonymously. Right now it's no longer anonymous because I'm sharing the story with you. And I was able to find all but one person, one person's address, and a couple of the people in my stack of pictures had passed away. And for the ones that had passed away, which I think there were 2 or 3, there might have been 3, I tracked down their kids, right, or their relative, and I mailed the pictures off to them, as I discovered where they were living, and made sure that they were related to the person's picture that I had in my possession. I just felt like I didn't want to keep them because I'd still have them. I'd still have them here in a shoebox. I'd be carrying them everywhere I went. I just wanted to, but I didn't want to throw them away. I remembered what they meant to me at the time I took the picture because I scribbled little notes on the back of the picture in pen. And even though some of those comments had faded away, if you really wanted to, you could figure out what I was trying to say about them on the back. And I also put the date the picture was taken. Well, here's what happened, right? We have a Spanish teacher, Francesca Ochoa, who I admired dearly. And it's one of those teachers, that comes around every once in a while that says or does something for you that completely changes your life, changes your life's path. And most of us will have one person that we could point to that is in that category. And that's what she represented to me. And so the reason why I'm bringing her up, of course, there were others that I had. That I had one who became very very famous. You know, I'm not going to tell you who that one was, who I sent a picture off to. I'm not going to tell you what she does for a living, but you probably would recognize her name if I told you who it was. And but I'm talking about the teacher, Miss Ochoa. And what ended up happening is an article appeared in the local newspaper. It was an essay. The person that ended up getting the picture, the one that I had sent to, well, this long story short, she had passed away from COVID in 2021. Her daughter survived her, and her daughter is a publisher. Her daughter published a few books on things of race in America. In fact, she even teaches Chicano study at Claremont Colleges. I don't know if you guys know that Claremont Colleges are a collection of very, very famous universities in California. And she's a full professor of Chicano studies and ethnicity in America at Pomona College. Well, make a long story short, I found her and I mailed the picture off right to her. And an essay appeared in the local newspaper, and the essay included um, things like how surprised she was that she comes to work one day and then she finds this white envelope with no return address waiting for her in her mailbox at school. And when she opened it, it was a picture of her mom as a very, very young teacher. I think her mom at that time was probably in her 30s, early 30s. And she was talking about how precious this was to her. But the essay um, was about how it inspired her to discover her mother. So later, I noticed in this collage of pictures that appeared along with the article in the local newspaper, I noticed that she had also put a picture of the return or the envelope that I had sent that has my handwriting on it with no return address. Now, I was so overwhelmed with emotion because, you know, I pay attention to the voices in my head. Sometimes they don't tell me to go do anything bad, by the way. They're not, it's not psychosis, I don't believe. It could be psychosis. The voices don't tell me to go jump off a bridge or a tall building. They said, send these off to the people they belong to, and profound thing will happen. That's what they said in this particular instance. And so it was overwhelming reading this article where she was both grateful, you know, she was not only both grateful, but proud of her mom. And she talked about the painful, excruciating last days of her mom's life, where she was not allowed to visit her in the hospital ward and give her a kiss goodbye because we weren't allowed to go in there. You know, they were in quarantine. And I just wanted to share that you never know. I guess I want to inspire you. That's the main motivation. It's not more about tooting my own horn. I could have easily have thrown those pictures away, but I couldn't do it because something was telling me, I call it the God voice, was saying, you must do this, right? And I was compelled to do this, and this was the result. And so it was so overwhelming for me to see it. And you know, a couple of my friends that know me, a couple of them that saw the picture and saw the my handwriting, my in cursive handwriting in the envelope, knew it was me because I grew up with them. I'd been friends with some of these people for 20, 25 years, 40 years, you know, and they recognize my handwriting. They go, "Oh, that's Dan." And I got two emails in my email box that said, "Dan, that was you. They were like, holy shit, you did one hell of a beautiful thing. I don't know, I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'm sharing the story. That should be you also, and I'm sure it is most of you. That's you also. See, people that come here, they're kind, they're good people, they're caring people. And I just wanted to tell you this story because you know, you never know how such a simple act like that, how it's going to, the type of thing that it could be of monumental importance to that person. I guess that in the case of this college professor, I would take that there wasn't a whole lot of pictures of her mom during that period of time for when she taught at my middle school. So anyway, if you ever have something like that happen to you, don't second guess it. Don't second guess it. If the inclination is there to do something like that, then I say you listen to the voice in your head and you follow through with it. Stay away from all the negative stuff. Embrace the positive. Also embrace the challenge. And so, uh, all right. Jerry's here. What, Jerry? Oh, Jerry, yeah, you're getting up early for work. Thanks for would I suggest a trip into Mexico? I've been there several times. Let me ask you something, Mariah. Why wouldn't you go there? Why would you not go there? I've been in the grittiest parts of Mexico and I've never felt unsafe. So, all right, let's pull the last number. 250 pesos. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck again. I always have something different to say every week. I mean, I know I go through periods of time where I'll say, I'll share the same nonsense with you, but man, oh man, I don't know. I guess I'm lucky to be able to have all these different experiences in life that once in a while, when they come to mind, I could share them with you. All right, I've shuffled the deck. And now when you guess, now under these rules that number 24 and number 2 are out of the picture. So you're going to be guessing a number between, I'm going to pull it out of the deck right now. Okay, I've got it. I'm setting it aside to the right. And so now that you're going to guess, but you won't guess the numbers 24 and number 2 because they've already been guessed and they're out. And Manny is a winner and Nicole is a winner. And so you're out of play too. You won. You can go get snacks and load up your phone or do whatever you're going to do. Maybe you were out of money for transportation for work or school tomorrow and you need that money. Maybe you need it for to buy rice. I don't know, but I'm so happy that you won. And so now we're gonna go for the last one, and you can start guessing once you see my start show up in the comment section. Have at it. It's all yours for the taking. Irene and Irish is here. I always love seeing I in the house. Jaylyn Valarices is here. All right, people in the house. I had hoped to get to 40, but we're okay. Let's see what the number is, okay? Let's see if we have a winner. It's number 14. Wow, number 14. I don't think I've seen 14 come up. Do we have a winner, chat? You're going to have to let me know if we have a winner or if we have to pull another number. Number 14. No winner, Anime says. All right, no winner, she says. Wow, I know that's kind of weird. I'm not sure I've even seen anybody guess number 14 before. It's kind of a strange, it's not a strange number, but I mean, I just don't believe I've seen it before. All right, we're going to go again. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck. So now we're keeping number 14 out. So it didn't win, but we're still going to pull it out of there. And so number 24 and number 2 and number 14 are out of play. And so you're going to guess 1 to 25 on the numbers that are left. Don't guess 24, 2, or 14. You won't win. Those numbers are out of play. All right, I pulled a number from the deck. I put it over here to the right. And when you see start show up in the chat, you may start guessing. Oh yeah, I saw myself a glitch. I saw myself glitch. I saw myself buffer. All right. Stop. Let's see what we got. 32 million people are here, and the winning number is 17. 17. Do we have a winner, chat? Do we have a winner, number 17? I'm looking at my chat to see if Annie MC won. Annie MC, congratulations. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Congratulations to all the winners. Annie, didn't you win like a week or two ago? Didn't you win? Yeah, I think so. I think you did, right, Annie? So you're lucky. Congratulations, Sissy. And congratulations, everybody, and thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your support. Keep in mind that we're going for that last push, for through October and November to get the last of that money that we need, from watching the ads, the revenue. So they'll send me that check into my bank account so I could give it away to you. The last time we did it, we ended up giving away 6,000 pesos at 1,000 increments to 6 different people. I have yet to hear any complaints about that. So you must have liked that opportunity. So Mike's words, stay safe, everybody. Remember to love Urasawa. What? Because she has a bolo. I don't know what you said. Congratulations to the winner. I'm going to get that money out right after this live stream ends. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. We're out.